Welcome back for another session of Keeping It Simple. It's been a very hectic week. I have had a number of programs. I have taught more than 5 Samadhi Dhyan Yoga programs. I just completed and concluded a program, the workshop to get rid of anxiety and sleep disorder. And people continue to have very deep experiences. And that is the most satisfying part of doing programs. You feel that you're contributing to people's life. It gives you a sense of satisfaction, contentment, and gratitude that the divine has been very kind to me, so that I can share this knowledge with people around me. So Dhruv is live with us now. Welcome, Dhruv.
Jai Gurudev Bhaiya.
Are you good?
Yes, Bhaiya, everything is perfect and we are all ready to go whenever we are ready.
Yes, me too. I'm looking forward for the session tonight. So we
Yes,
can start.
Sure, Bhaiya. All right, Bhaiya, this time the first question is, I heard from a lot of astrologers that Guru or Jupiter is going retrograde in November for 4 months. As sadhaks, do we need to take any precautions?
Yeah, do your sadhana. First, one is this is the time where your faith might shake a little. So rather than blaming situations and people for the shake of faith, know that it is the planetary positions and it will pass. When you're able to look from that perspective, no, then you don't blame people, you don't blame anyone else for whatever you're experiencing. You just say, okay, this is what is happening, and this is happening because the time has preordained this. Okay, and when you live life from that perspective, then it doesn't affect you so much. Okay, so do your sadhana, be happy. These small doubts will come, lack of faith may happen, but it's okay. Just relax, be happy, share knowledge, and know that, no matter whether the faith is shaken or not, the master loves you very dearly, your guru loves you very dearly, and he's there to take care. Okay, so be carefree, don't worry too much about it, and continue doing your sadhana.
Right. Thank you, Bhaiya. The next question is how to deal with egotistical subordinates who do exactly what they are not told not to.
Yeah, you're the boss, you should have all the skills to handle your subordinates. The problem is never egotistical subordinates. The bigger problem is egotistical bosses. When you have anything more to do, you don't have powers to handle them. That is what is difficult. Now here you have all the powers. You're the boss. You have been given a position. Use your position and stand up and wake up and use your skills. Develop skills to handle all these things. And the boss has more power. You're in a more powerful position. So you should not be the one who's complaining. Who should be complaining? How do I handle this? Sam, Dan, Bhet, Dhan, use all those things and make it happen. It's not difficult. And if you find it is difficult, then I feel you're not capable to handle that position. You're in the wrong position. You should be 1 or 2 rungs lower. If you think you cannot handle your subordinates, then you should be lower than them. Okay? So don't express your incapabilities and say I can't handle my egotistical subordinates. They better listen to you no matter what. That is what a smart and a good boss is.
Okay. Yeah, the question is Guruji talks about this director which has written a script, and as actors people are acting as heroes or villains. Where is the back screen and how is that world like?
Yeah, back screen is when you die. You go to back screen sometime and then you come back. And see, we are playing multiple roles at one time only. With one action, we are playing multiple roles, isn't it? That one action may be heroic for some, that one action may be villainic for some, that one action may be supportive of some, that one action might be cutting someone else down to size. So in that one action, only multiple roles are there. So don't think that you're the hero or this. Every action, moment to moment, you're playing all these roles. You're the son also, you're the father also, you're the brother also, and all the other relations. You're the enemy also, you're the friend also, all in one. So when you recognize this multiplicity of role in no matter what you do, no, then you become free. Okay, some people will find me villainic, some people will find me heroic, some people will find me friendly, some people will find me not so friendly, and so be it. That is what the role, that is what the divine has ordained. That is what he has designed for me, and I will just do what I need to do. Then you become free. Otherwise, we are caught up. No, people should think good things about me, and then to please them, we behave in a certain way. And no matter what we do, they become more agitated, more upset, and that constricts us more. Oh, they should not be thinking bad about me, and then we cut down on certain actions, we cut down on certain behavior. And no matter what we do, they still don't appreciate what we are doing. They don't see the efforts we are putting to, mend the ways, mend the relationship. So feel free, be who you are. If God wants you to be liked, you will be liked. If God wants you to be hated, you will be hated. And that is where our sadhana, seva, satsang comes. When we do sadhana, seva, satsang regularly, you become free. And when you become free from all these things, then no matter what, people start liking you. If you're caught up in these small, small worries, this person said this to me, this person likes me, this person hates me, then that will reflect in all the relations. But when you become free, let people do what they want to. Let them. That freedom will attract people to you. So feel free, drop it. It's not easy. It's easier said than done, but that is how it is. That is why we need to do sadhana regularly, advanced courses regularly, every 3-4 months. And the upcoming advanced course coming week is a special advanced course. Why? It is happening during Navratri. Navratri is the time for introspection. Navratri is the time to maintain silence, do meditation. So that planetary positions are very special. So you might do advanced courses throughout the year, but Navratri is a must-do advanced course. It is a date not to be missed. And another thing is Gurudev also maintains silence during that time. No? So we are in silence. Gurudev is in silence. We connect with him at a different level. That itself is so special. That is the way you feel free. Do your meditation, do your advanced courses, and give freedom to people, and let them behave the way they want to behave. Don't worry too much about they should be doing this and they should not be doing this. Okay.
Guruji often talks about this bal or devi or strength that is temporary, and he dissociates with it. What is this? How to prevent it from occurring or rising?
The first word Gurudev says about what? Pal? What was it?
Bal, like strength. Hindi word bal, devi or strength.
Okay, so what is the question now?
The question is, Guruji often talks about this bal, devi or strength that is temporary, and he dissociates with it. What is this? How to prevent it from occurring or rising?
No, I don't know what reference you're talking. If it is Devi and Bal and all that, and the strength arising out of Devi, it is not temporary. In fact, the divine energy and strength is more strong and more permanent, isn't it? So the question is confusing. In what reference are you using this? Or if you can share a reference, then we can talk about it. But the way I understand is Devi and the energy connected or strength connected with that is permanent. That is more trustworthy thing, So then the question becomes more meaningless, isn't it?
Yeah.